Now, will the Aussie-New Zealand dollar pair move lower out of the RBA meeting? Now, in the early hours of Tuesday morning at 5:30 a.m. UK time, the Reserve Bank of Australia will meet to decide on their interest rate level. Now, currently, short-term interest rate markets see a 39% chance that the Reserve Bank of Australia will hike interest rates by 25 basis points. But the base case is that they're expected to keep rates unchanged, and short-term interest rate markets see a 61% chance of that happening. Now, interestingly, the recent drop in monthly CPI data, you can see here that it came in below markets' minimum expectations. So that's good news for the Reserve Bank of Australia to see inflation moving lower at a faster pace than economists were expecting. So that could mean that the Reserve Bank of Australia may be more cautious about increasing interest rates. So just watch out. If the RBA signal that they've probably reached peak terminal rate, you can see short-term interest rate markets see terminal rates going up to 4.6+%. So they still see 2 more rate hikes to come. But if the RBA say, no, we're sort of quite happy with this level of 4.10%, even if they hike by 25 basis points, but then signal that they're keeping, that they've reached terminal and not expecting to move interest rates any higher, then watch out for the Australian dollar to fall out of the meeting. Now, also notice this very interesting seasonal pattern that SeasonX brings to our attention. On the first day of July, over the last 23 years, you can see that the Aussie-New Zealand dollar pair tends to fall in those first few days. And you can see that the Aussie-New Zealand dollar pair has fallen over 65% of the time, and an average return of 0.35%, with some pretty significant falls, with the biggest one being 2.73% here in 2015. So, could the Reserve Bank of Australia send the Aussie dollar lower against the New Zealand dollar if they signal that they've done hiking rates now? Major trade risks. The main risk here, of course, would be if the Reserve Bank of Australia deliver another hawkish surprise like they did at their last meeting. And that's a key risk if they signal they've got more to do. But remember, that is a narrative that markets are getting quite used to now, and that narrative is quite old. So just be aware of this very interesting seasonal pattern that SeasonX brings to our attention using the event feature. Remember, don't just trade it, SeasonX it.